Hello everyone and welcome to a very procrastinated episode of One Piece. That's right, I was supposed to record this video way earlier today. Like, realistically, I should have been recording it at let's say 3 or 4 p.m. It is now midnight. I just procrastinated so much today. So now we're getting around to doing it now, but it's just embarrassing. It's really bad. I should take this off if I want to wear the hat. I gotta choose one, headphones or hat. Anyway, I'm super excited to get into these episodes though, because last video when we started the Egghead Island arc? I think so, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, last video we started the Egghead Island arc, and my goodness, I fucking love it so far. I truly do. Like, so far we're only 4 episodes in, and yet I'm just loving it so much. And there's a variety of reasons. One, I'm just coming off the highs of Wano. I think like that's helping a lot as well. Like, we just had badass shit happening in Wano. 2, I always love the start of arcs in One Piece. Like, the start of arcs is so much fun. Just so much fun. 3, I love the setting of this. 4, I've heard people say really good things about this arc. 5, I've loved the characters so far. 6, Bonnie's in this now. Like, Bonnie's a major character, and it seems like Kuma is gonna tie into this quite nicely. And whatever number I'm up to next, the art style looks great and the animation's great lately. Like, everything is just hitting right now. So I can't wait to hit play. But make sure to go and like the video and comment down below and subscribe to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out a ton because I am a small YouTube channel. This channel is very small. I've got you guys commenting on my videos. I really appreciate it. I love it so much. But we're a very small channel over here. So any help that you can give me would help a ton. Please make sure to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, share around the videos with other One Piece fans if you can. Yeah, I think we're gonna jump into this. This is episode 1093. Oh, I should say that Patreon, you can go to my Patreon to get 3 weeks ahead. You can go join the YouTube membership down below to get 1 week early on edited videos. Okay, let's jump into episode 1093 of One Piece. Woo! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to the channel, this is a recap Rubik's Cube. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. And that's the end of the recap. I didn't get very far. It had verses in it. So this is going to be called a big fight. Blackbeard versus Law. Because that's where we left off, right? Oh boy. Come on, Law. You're overpowered. You can do this. Whoa, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Huh? What's going on? What did I walk into? Isn't this just something that Ivan can do? What the fuck? Is the one girl on the crew gonna become a guy? I mean, the girl's back there, I can see her. Oh, okay. He's turning himself back into a man. Damn. So who did that? Did I miss who turned them into women? And it's surprising, but I prefer Law as a man. Which is surprising, because I prefer female characters generally. Is it the sick fruit that did that? Huh. The feminization disease! That's fucking crazy. Uh-huh. And does it just make you strong? I guess, yeah, it just makes you extra strong. And they warped on here. Yeah. Nice. I mean, Law fought against fucking Fujitora who did shit like that, right? So he wasn't even aiming for Law. He was just like, one of the three of you will be here. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is crazy. I don't know if Law can win this though. Blackbeard's like final boss energy. And I mean, Law helped take down Big Mom, but... Okay. Alright, his crew are reliable. They always listen to him, like, without hesitation. Oh my god, oh, this animation. Oh my god. Okay. He put the room around you. Oh! Holy shit, did you? Oh, you cut stronger in half! Yeah! Yeah. He doesn't just have to do room around him anymore. Oh my god, the animation. Oh. Jesus. Oh my god. Holy fuck. Jesus, look at this animation. Oh my god. The fucking horse in 2 pieces. He's not dead. But he probably will be if he hits the water and you just drown. Are they like poison apples? Exploding apples? This is going beyond your purview of the sick fruit, I feel like. Whoa! I didn't know he could do that. I don't know if I knew that most of Law's crew had any gimmicks. Like had any devil fruit or anything. I don't think it's the devil fruit. Because he's in the water. So it's just an ability? Okay. Just because of where you're from? That's crazy. Alright. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, dude. And like, Law not even looking that way, like he trusts his crew. Oh. It's cool seeing like how proficient his crew is. Oh my god! It's not supposed to hurt yet. Now it'll hurt. And it's gonna hurt so much with you, isn't it? It already hurt Big Mom a lot. You just immediately knock him out. Because Blackbeard feels more pain than normal, right? You reckon? Oh my god, right above him. That's true. Can you sink the whole island? Oh my god, dude, they're insane. I've always liked Law's crew, but I didn't think they were badass, I just liked them. What the? Is that Pudding? Who is that? What the fuck? Why is Pudding here? I mean, I'm happy about it, but why is she here? I guess they kidnapped her after Big Mom died? Maybe even before. my god, this guy? Cracker? That's right. Almost called him Biscuit again. Damn, man. Damn, man. Think of how long it took Luffy to beat Cracker. And they're doing it in about 10 seconds. Why the fuck is Aokiji here? And working for Blackbeard? What was the last thing we heard of Aokiji? Because maybe this didn't come out of nowhere. But there's a lot going on right now. Well, they did that. Oh my god. He's... Why is he part of this crew? Oh. Oh, hell yeah. I'm shocked by the developments we've seen right now. Jeez, man, and the animation. Oh boy. Oh boy. And the last thing I want is for him to get the op fruit, the OPOP fruit. Like, what? That was 20 minutes? Huh? I guess. Okay, what a fucking crazy episode. That was insane. We had, I guess episodes are shorter now. Now that I think about it, because now that they have the like information thing at the end with Chopper and they're talking about Charlotte by the looks of it in the information section. Charlotte. Pudding is her name. Charlotte's her last name. But since they have those information sections and they're like a minute or two long, they can like they really only have to make like 20-minute episodes, maybe like 19. If you take out the OP and ED, it's probably like 18 to 19 minutes of footage. Anyway, there's just some still crazy shit happening in these episodes. Okay, so I don't remember what the last thing we saw of Aokiji was, and I'm not going to be able to find it fast enough. It's probably in my other book. Like, that's how long ago we would have seen him. So I don't remember like where we left off with him, but it seems like he's joined the Blackbeard Pirates, I guess. It's just crazy because it feels, that doesn't feel right. Like there's got to be like a reason I don't know yet, like a major reason that that would happen, because like, I mean, I'm not gonna say he was like, you know, this guy who fought for justice or like whatever. I mean all the admirals fought for justice technically, but like I'm not gonna say he was like the most morally perfect guy. There was a lot wrong with him, but at the same time, like, he certainly was one of those characters that it felt like, oh, this guy's like partially fighting for something good, you know? If it's like, if you're looking on the spectrum of like an admiral that's like a good guy to an admiral that's like a piece of shit, probably went like Fujitora is all the way on the good guy side. It doesn't mean he's all the way a good guy, but like as far as the admirals go, he's there. Followed by Aokiji, I would say, and then I guess well, okay, no, let's say, it's hard to put it into, I would say it's Fujitora, and then what's the previous fleet admiral's name? I can't remember off the top of my head, but the previous fleet admiral was probably next, and then Aokiji. Although those two I would maybe swap. I'm not sure. And then maybe this new guy, and then Kizaru, and then Sakazuki. I think if I had to put them in lines from like what I consider least evil to what I consider most evil. But yeah, I don't know. So I feel like, to me, Blackbeard is like so evil that it's like, it's kind of humorous how evil he is, right? Like he's trying to be evil. He chose to go after the dark fruit or whatever because he was like, it's the most evil fruit and I want to be evil. So it's like, it's just crazy to me. So like, I don't know if there's something else that like there's I feel like there's another card in play. There's something that I'm not privy to that is gonna make it all slot into place at some point. But it's really interesting regardless. So yeah, that's really cool. And what a crazy reveal of that. Anyway, Pudding, they kidnapped Pudding, which I'm like sad about because I don't like Pudding being kidnapped by Blackbeard pirates. But the thing that makes me happy about it is like, I feel like this gives us more of a chance for Pudding and Sanji to have a reunion sooner in the show than the epilogue, you know? Like I thought, when we left Whole Cake Island, I was like, this is so sad because we may never see Pudding again outside of like a 5-second scene of her going, oh, Sanji, or something like, just like, in the final minutes of One Piece, they're doing like a montage of all these characters and they show Pudding or something like that. I could see that being the rest of her legacy, and that was making me sad because I love Pudding. I love her so much. But now that she's like been kidnapped, she's no longer just at Whole Cake Island anymore. Which means, I mean, if she's with Blackbeard, Blackbeard continues on the path. Blackbeard is probably eventually gonna come for the Straw Hats because, like, I don't think he's gonna be able to resist trying to get Luffy's fruit. You know, like that's too tempting. Not to mention, I mean, I feel like it'd be great to get like Nico Robin's fruit. You know, I think you could leave Choppers. You don't need Choppers too much. Yeah, Brooks is useless now. Oh, well, I don't know if you. I guess no. I guess you could kill Brook, and then get the revive fruit, and then you just get a fresh revive. Like, it's not useful for Brook anymore, but it's useful for someone else. So yeah, Brook will, like, maybe they could take Brooks. Is there anyone else on our crew that has a devil fruit? What? I'm drawing a blank. Sanji doesn't, Zoro doesn't, Nami doesn't. Frankie doesn't. And then Brook does, Nico Robin does, Luffy does, Chopper does. And then Jinbei doesn't. I think that's who I was missing. So yeah, taking Luffy, Nico Robins, maybe, what the fuck is, who am I thinking of? Brooks, maybe Brooks. So yeah, I feel like Blackbeard's gonna come for us at some point, and when that happens, then we will be fighting Blackbeard, and then they'll be like, hang on, isn't that Pudding on board? And then Sanji's gonna save Pudding, and then she can just be on our ship forever and be Sanji's permanent girlfriend who's like traveling with her. I think that would be so great. Okay, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen, okay? I know it's not gonna happen, but can we dream for a second? Can you just let me dream for a little bit? Even if it doesn't happen, here's my fan fiction. She's coming along with the Straw Hats for the final few arcs, and she is gonna be kind of like Carrot, where she was like temporarily a Straw Hat, even though it was never really said, or she wasn't invited to the crew or anything. But she was like on the ship with us for a while, so she was like basically a Straw Hat for a while, right? I think it's gonna be like, Pudding's gonna be like that, where she's along for the ride. We don't really think of her as a Straw Hat, but she's part of the crew a little bit, right? And then you continue doing the Sanji simping jokes or whatever, but then like the joke then becomes like, oh, I'm simping. Wait, hang on, I'm simping in front of my girlfriend, and then he like turns to simping for her or whatever. Like, right, that could be the That could be the joke. Maybe she gets angry at him. Maybe she gets jealous, whatever. You can figure out new jokes, but then you can make the Santi simping jokes a bit fresher by adding in the new element of, but now he has a partner and he can't really be, you know, actively simping for these women as much. So I think it could be fun, and like but that's my fan fiction of like wanting more pudding in my life. Anyway, I liked what Law said in this episode about like, hey, you chose all devil fruit users, so that means all of them are vulnerable to the sea. The reason I like that is because I've said this before. We're 1,000, almost 100 episodes into this show, and I feel like so few people take advantage of the sea weakness. It gets brought up a lot in the show. It's like it's a big thing that does hamper these characters, but it doesn't get used against them as much as it just happens to be a disadvantage to them, you know? I think like there's so few characters that are just like, oh, this is a devil fruit user, let's make a plan to get them in the sea. You know who's done it consistently? Law. Well, not consistently. He's done it once. He tried to do it with Big Mom, which is a plan that almost worked. It should have worked by all accounts. It really should have worked. And then now he's saying it again for Blackbeard, which I appreciate. I like that he's someone who genuinely thinks about that stuff. It's cool. So yeah, I can't believe the start of this episode was Law gender bending in front of us and the whole crew. Like that was crazy that Oda was just like, I want to draw Law as a woman. Like that was all it was. I feel like I've seen fan art of Law with tits, like Law as a woman, but I thought I didn't think I was being spoiled. I thought it was I mean, you know what I thought it was. I thought it was the internet. Like that's what happens, you know? I don't think twice whenever I see a gender bend fan art or anything of anything. I feel like I've seen like cosplays of it. And yeah, I just thought like, oh cool, they're doing a gender bend Law. That's awesome. But no, it's like a canon thing. That's crazy. Yeah, and also like the thing that Law said in this episode of like, I've learned that an overabundance of haki can nullify devil fruit powers, which is kind of a huge, like, I mean, I feel like, you know, we've kind of known that haki is like the counter to devil fruit powers the whole time. That's what it was introduced as, right? Like the only way to attack Logia fruit powers or whatever is to use haki. But like to actually know, hey, this devil fruit is doing something to me, I'm just gonna fucking charge myself with haki, like an insane amount of haki, and that's just going to nullify it completely, is kind of crazy. Because that really does change quite a lot, I think. Makes devil fruit powers a bit weaker. Although you need someone like Law who's like insanely powerful to do it. Not just anyone can overcharge themselves with haki like that, but it's still crazy. Anyway, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 1094 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Alright, that's the end of the recap. I didn't get very far. This episode is going to be called... Well, recapped that, so I don't know. Bonnie and Kuma hug. But it's about to be, so... Yeah, so we're just cutting away from the Law and Blackbeard thing. Well, Kuma's kind of chill with us. A little bit. Yeah. It's great. He's taking care of not your dad. Of this robot of your dad. Aw, it's nice that Luffy's trying to protect her. And whenever Luffy calls someone an idiot, like, you know you're being dumb. Aww. She's gonna make herself a kid to get smaller to slip out of the arm. Oh my god. She's not gonna allow that to happen, I don't think. Aww. That's a good point. There might be more advanced versions. Oh, is she gonna turn them into kids? Oh my god! I thought about this between episodes that we might see kid versions of the Straw Hats. Oh my god, look at young Jinbei. Not gonna attack kids. Yeah, he's like, these aren't the Straw Hats. Don't tell me you made Chopper old. What the fuck? You made them old? Why? Who voices young Jinbei? It's very funny. I think Luffy's literally not gonna live to this age. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a short life. 70 years old. Yeah, I mean, make him young so he doesn't have to talk like this. It's cruel to Chopper. Like, Jinbei just gets a young body, so it's nice. He was the tyrant, right? Like, that was his reputation. Man, I'm sure we're gonna see Kuma's backstory at some point. Whoa, she's got a lightsaber? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, she doesn't like the name Tyrant. Cool, is Bonnie just gonna fight with a lightsaber from now on? Back to a woman. Okay, good, thank God. You can keep Jinbei like that. Finally, the rest of the Straw Hats are gonna make it to Egghead Island. They're gonna be so jealous, yeah. Damn. Interesting. Whoa, what's this bit? Oh, it's an egg at the head of the island. Labo phase. Yeah, this is a dream place for Frankie. They want to defend the ship? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Ah, that is so cool. Oh, we're gonna have this. We're gonna have this, aren't we? Is Nami gonna like it? I think so. It's kind of Nami's style, right? Oh my god. Come on, Sanji. I mean, does anyone know what any of those buttons do? They seem to instinctively know which ones to press. That's pretty cool. Sure, she loves it. Of course she does. Yeah. Oh my god. It is surprisingly Robin style as well. Oh my god, Frankie. I wish Robin's bottom half was less sexy, honestly. It's like, it's distracting. But then again, like Nami's is as well, but I don't know. Nami's works for me. Ah. Goodbye. Oh well. You can probably walk through it too. Put your hand on it. Okay, Edison, yep. We haven't met Edison yet. Sanji. Come on, idiots. Walk through. Oh, there you go. Yeah, she said that. And you saw her walk through. Oh my god! It's closed on the other side? That's crazy. I didn't expect that. I'm trying to remember which one Edison looks like. Because I remember we saw all of them in the little sequence. Oh my god! Future kick. It's kind of like what we have in our ship. Interesting. It's like... Oh, because Jinbei was a warlord. Like... So they probably had data on Jinbei. Just like they have Boa Hancocks, right? Does he remind you of the Lunarians? Why are they bringing the Seraphim out right now? Yep. What have we cut to? Okay, we cut to number 1. Whoa, he's talking to Dragon? What? Oh my god, these episodes are so quick. Okay, another great episode. It's going by so quickly. Like when that to be continued sign popped up, I was shocked. I was very shocked. Shocked that they're still using the same shitty logo. No, I was shocked that the episode was over because I thought, like, now that I think about it, I remember seeing the mid card, but it felt like about that amount of time to get to a mid card of the episode. It's crazy. I mean, it's a fusion of like the fact that the episodes are a little shorter, but also like I'm enjoying it so much, and there's like a lot of info packed in to these episodes. So like that's helping the show feel just quick, you know, feel fast paced. It makes me feel like My Hero Academia makes me feel, which is a great sign, because like My Hero Academia, every time I reach the end of an episode, I'm like, what the fuck already? That was like 3 minutes long, you know, because there was just so much in it that I was just loving so much that it just felt so quick. Anyway, so yeah, it started with, oh, I did forget that this was this episode though. It started with Bonnie turning Luffy and Chopper old and Jinbei young. It's so, like, I thought that she would have turned everyone young, just as like, you know, that fits with the gag or whatever, and it would have been easier for her, I feel like, to just go like young, right? But instead she like targeted Jinbei for youth, and then Luffy and Chopper for becoming decrepit, which is so funny. But also just so cruel. Like, I felt so bad for Chopper because like immediately, oh, your body hurts and you're shaking, you're struggling to stand up, like, and I wonder how it works, like, because I don't know what Chopper's, this is kind of a depressing thought, but I don't know what Chopper's lifespan is, because he's an animal. Theoretically, being a deer or whatever, he's gonna, a reindeer, he's gonna have a shorter lifespan than humans by quite a lot, right? Hey Siri, what's the lifespan of a reindeer? Wait.
The average lifespan of a reindeer is 13 years.
13 years? Like, bro's gonna die. So it's like, when she uses her aging thing, does it age Chopper to the equivalent of what a 70-year-old human is in reindeer form, you know? So like, so to 12 years old or whatever? Or does it age him to 70 years old, in which case his dear body should not be holding up? Now, we could say that, okay, but a reindeer, you know, Chopper, I don't know, how old is Chopper? Isn't he like 12 or 13 or something? But I don't know if that's like, well, yeah, I mean, he's been living for at least 3 years, because I mean, there's been 2 years of the time skip or whatever. Like, it's been at least 3 years. I think he was supposed to be like 10 or 11 or something when we met him, so he should be dead. He should be dying soon. I'm gonna guess that maybe the human fruit gives you more of a human lifespan, which would make the fruit even crazier, right? Like, oh, we're gonna give you 6 or 7 times your lifespan. That's better than Brooks. Brooks, like, we'll give you twice your lifespan, but his is like, no, we'll bump it all the way up to a good 80 years, maybe, you know. But it's also possible, I don't know, in the One Piece world, maybe animals live very, very long. Maybe that just happens, you know. Maybe because Oda doesn't want to be like, oh, Chopper technically is dead now, so we're gonna do an arc of him slowly dying. That would be depressing. So maybe he's just like, no, reindeer live longer than humans or something, you know. Anyway, so we saw Seraphim Jinbei. So if there's Seraphim Jinbei and there's Seraphim Boa Hancock. Okay, well, hang on, let me think then. Because then what does that make the other Seraphim that we saw? Let me look at a picture of him. I took a screenshot of him for the thumbnail. So I should have a picture of the Seraphim here somewhere. Because this, I think, will help me figure out like, because I want to see if I can recognize who it is now. Because there it is. There he is. So could he be like Doflamingo or Law? I'm just trying to think of ex-warlords. So, like, let me think. There's Boa Hancock. He doesn't look like Boa Hancock. Jinbei, we know. We've seen Seraphim Jinbei already now. So, who else is there? There's Gecko Moria. He doesn't look anything like Gecko Moria. There's Crocodile. I don't think he really looks like Crocodile. I think he could be Doflamingo, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Because, like, it looks like a young... I think it's supposed to be like a young version of one of the warlords. But it's a young version that also is a Lunarian. Which means they've got the darker skin, the white hair, the black wings, and is on fire. Which means a lot of the features are going to be different. So that makes it a lot more difficult. It was more obvious with Boa Hancock because she had the earrings, the snake earrings, right? And so that made it a little easier to tell that was supposed to be Boa Hancock. So I wonder, because I feel like what it is the government has gotten little bits of DNA from all of the warlords at some point in time. Could it be... Oh my god! Could it be Hawkeye? The eyes! Maybe it's Hawkeye! Let me look at a picture of Hawkeye real quick. Hawkeye. Well, okay. It of course, I didn't even think about the fact that there was gonna be a, yeah! Because I searched Hawkeye and I got the Marvel Hawkeye. The eyes! Like, it's not exactly the same, but they both have, like, distinctive eyes. Like, really sort of bright, kind of yellowy eyes. I wonder if it's Hawkeye. It could be. I think this might have been a Hawkeye Seraphim. Interesting to think about. Okay, well, yeah, crazy stuff. Okay, well, let's move on to the next episode then. This is episode 1095 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go. Okay, this episode's going to be called Jinbei Seraphim kills the Straw Hats. Oh my god! A Fishman Vegapunk feels like it is going to be very strong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. Yes, Nami! She's getting into action. Oh, yeah, that's true. She cares about kids a lot. What? Wait, what the fuck? Isn't that... Is he in the floor? Because isn't that, what's his name's fruit? Yeah, the guy you fought. I keep wanting to say Baby 5, but it's not. He's just dressed like a baby. Oh my god! Get your hands off her. Yeah, isn't that, what's his name? Oh my god, her ass. Oh shit. Yes. Aww. Yes, I love how protective they are. Oh my god. Yeah, baby. Oh, they're using it to train the Seraphim. Oh my god. Jesus. And now he's swimming again. Wow. The swim fruit on a fish man? I didn't think about that, but that's kind of terrifying. So did they kill the guy from Dressrosa? Or did they just like take his fruit in the same way that they're kind of using Kizaru's power? They like artificially made that power? Oh my god. Okay. Oh! Oh! What happened? Yep. There's Edison. That's right. He looks like a little Tic Tac. Did it say, what did it say with him? Thinker? I guess I wasn't fully paying attention. Hey! She's not a tramp, she's a lady. Oh my god. Interesting how some of them look like full robots and other ones just look like people. Oh man, it's crazy how we're helping to train the Seraphims. It's so bad. In their what? Hang on. I guess that was similar to Sanji's family's thing, right? Green blood concentrate. Oh. Oh, this is the other Vegapunk? Yeah, York. She's green. She's very cute. I don't remember her looking that cute in the original image we saw of her. Oh, is she the glutton? Like she eats for energy and they all get the energy? So is she like a lot chubbier in the original picture we saw of her? Interesting. So yeah, they share nutrition. Oh my god. I mean, she'd get along well with Bonnie and Luffy. Three of them should get together and just have a huge feast. Oh my god. She's still pretty cute, honestly. She does the same thing, eating the whole bone. Oh. She's satisfied. What, now do they all need to go to the bathroom? Can just one of them go to the bathroom? Okay, York did it. Is that good for everyone then? Yeah, wow, okay, so only one needs to eat, only one needs to go to the bathroom. That's crazy. Well, I think this confirms that the whole, like, split into multiple people isn't a lie. Eat, poop, sleep. Oh my god. Jeez. Man, the Vegapunks really fucked us by like acting so friendly to us and then just using us for training and data and all of that. Okay. They're so frustrated. So Edison's the idea guy, I guess. Pythagoras seems like the data guy. Lilith is maybe the actual inventor. Like the engineer, I guess. And Shaka maybe is the morals. Only 1/5 of them have morals. Yeah, kinda. Frankie just wants a friend who can do all this inventing. This island is from the past? What do you mean by that? Are we about to find out in Luffy's storyline what he means? Yeah, I mean, they're cross-cutting, so I feel like... Uh-huh. Before the Void Century? Whoa. Damn. Pretty cool. A 900-year-old giant robot. Okay. Okay, all right. I mean, we're getting some Egghead lore. I think we're gonna find out about Egghead 900 years ago, maybe. It depends how much Shaka ends up telling the Straw Hats about it. It makes sense that Vegapunk's gonna be like, "Hey, come with me," and then like not tell them and like act friendly, and then not tell them that we're about to fuck them over. But I really thought there was gonna be like more friendliness. I thought what it was gonna be is, and you know what I should do? I should get up my... Okay, so you know how I said I wasn't gonna do an Egghead skit, right? And I'm not, because it's too late already. We've started Egghead Island, but I did have some ideas for it in a Google Doc. So here are the things that I had there. Well, let me just talk about first what I was just thinking of, my my train of thought. But I thought what would happen is he's very friendly, or the Vegapunks are very friendly to us, and it's all going very nicely, and it's all very fun. And then at some point, they would, like, the Vegapunks would show us some invention, and it'd be like, hang on, that one's really fucked up. That one is gonna, like, you know, be horrible for the world. And then the Vegapunks are like, yeah, isn't it cool? And then we would have been like, no, it's not cool. You need to stop that right now. And then the Vegapunks would be like, actually, I'm sort of in charge here. And that's when the turn would happen, you know? Like, that's kind of what I expected to happen. So here's what I had. This is for my... Originally, when I was thinking about doing a skit for Egghead Island, I jotted down a couple things, like just a small amount of things, and then I just closed this document and didn't look at it again. And then now that I'm not doing it, I can just tell you the ideas. So Vegapunk, give him a weird accent. He talks happily, very welcoming. Then he shows the Straw Hats his machine that helps him discover new devil fruits and test artificial ones. When you live on Egghead Island, you're forced to go to the machine when you turn 15 and eat a devil fruit. They figure out what the devil fruit does and record it. Then, if the devil fruit is bad, they're sent to a different island away from their family. This is so that Egghead can remain strong, since studies of devil fruits show that strong devil fruit users bore stronger children, and this island can become a perfect testing island for the sealing of power users. So that was my initial idea, right? Vegapunk's invented this, or like has come up with this way to like to be able to test devil fruits, where it's like, okay, we've got all these like devil fruits that we've found or created that we don't know what they do. And if you want to live on Egghead Island, which is a beautiful island or whatever, you must eat these devil fruits in the same way that they kind of did it with the smile fruits last time. But this is like actual devil fruits. And if it doesn't give you something good, if you lose the luck of the draw, you're separated from your family forever, right? So I thought that could be you know, something that's happening here. And then yeah, the whole like strong devil fruit powers bore stronger children or whatever. Like I was kind of like, that was kind of inspired by the idea of like My Hero Academia, you know, in that the quirks get stronger and stronger as they're passed down. So like they see how quirk marriage is, where you look for strong quirks to get married to someone with a stronger quirk so that you have a stronger kid, you know. And then I also wrote that like maybe Vegapunk would have a Doofenshmirtz voice. And then someone comes, this is so stupid. Someone comes along and says to Vegapunk, someone's using a platypus as a sword. And he goes, a platypus? And then the guy asks, like, how do we possibly fight against something like that? And then he goes, parry the platypus. Like P-A-R-R-Y, parry the platypus. Parry the platypus. And then also make some sort of joke about how platypuses lay eggs and we're on Egghead Island and stuff. I just like, it's like, you can see how sparse the joke writing is on my document, where I'm just like, oh, here's a stupid thing that I could put in somewhere. But I thought it would be kind of funny if we met Vegapunk and he was sort of talking like Doofenshmirtz talks, and he sort of talks like this. It'd be very funny. You must wear an egg on your body at all times. This is what I thought the egghead might mean, right? Is that like, I thought, even though I can see that Nami doesn't have an egg anywhere, I kind of wasn't thinking about that. I kind of thought like a lot of them would be told that they have to wear an egg on their head. Or, I mean, maybe it doesn't have to be on the head. I think that was maybe my thinking. I think maybe I thought like, oh, maybe Nami's got an egg somewhere else. You must wear an egg on your body at all times. You must replace it with a fresh egg before it goes rotten. If anyone is found with a rotten egg, they're expelled from the island. They can't keep track of an egg. If you can't keep track of an egg, you're inferior, and so you get off the island, right? So everyone, I think the idea that I was thinking is like, the island is a island where they care so much about like efficiency and like doing things the right way and being you know, actively aware of your own life and of something else's life. So it's like, if you are carrying this egg with you at all times, in the back of your mind for your entire life, you need to be cognizant of this egg. Is this egg going rotten? Is it going bad or whatever? And if at any point your egg becomes rotten, then it's like, well, if you're not paying attention to the egg, then you're not smart enough, you're not efficient enough to be on this island, and you get kicked off. And then the final thing I wrote was that someone on the Straw Hats will break their egg, and then they'll be in grave danger. And that would be the plot, a plot of the arc, is that like someone broke their egg, and that's where things start going wrong. So you can see how stupid that was, but it's kind of fun. I kind of like the Doofenshmirtz thing. I like the a platypus? Parry the platypus is the kind of stupid joke that I live for. It's just like sometimes I put in jokes that I'm like, I literally don't know if anyone's gonna get this joke. Like if anyone's going to get that I'm saying parry the platypus, and that the joke is that he's using a platypus as a sword, so you're parrying the platypus, but also I'm making reference to Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb. But yeah, that you can see how I plan my skits sometimes a little bit. There would have been way more to it than what I just wrote. That was just like my initial ideas that I didn't want to forget. So motherfucker has the swim fruit, which is, can I remember now that I'm not watching an episode? Oh god. I need to look at my videos. My videos will tell me what it is. Because I named Senor Pink. I just remembered before I even looked at my videos. His name is Senor Pink. Oh, okay, I remembered it. So yeah, Senor Pink had the swim fruit, and Frankie recognized it as well. So I'm pretty confident that it is at least supposed to make you think of the swim fruit, because Frankie was like, hang on, that one's that fruit is that guy's or whatever, right? So either Senor Pink is dead, which, I mean, that would have happened so quickly. But it could. I mean, lots of things have happened while the Straw Hats aren't around. I mean, we were just on Wano for a while. So maybe they literally, now that Doflamingo is captured, they went to Dressrosa, killed Senor Pink, got his fruit somewhere, and then brought it back and gave it to the Seraphims. Possibly. But the thing with the Seraphims is they, like, or the pacifistas in general, they have part of Kizaru's fruit, right? Like they do the light blast, which is Kizaru's thing. So I feel like it must be that Vegapunk can just take an element of a devil fruit with enough studying or whatever and artificially create it. I mean, yeah, it might be like the guy from My Hero Academia, the doctor from My Hero Academia. Vegapunk, I feel like, is going to be quite similar to him. Except Vegapunk seems so far a bit goofier, right, than that guy. Because that guy is like just pure evil. But I wonder, because the thing is, like, I mean, at this point, I haven't seen Vegapunk still yet. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Vegapunk all in one person yet. I wonder if either, I don't know if does Oda, because I know Horikoshi was inspired by Oda. Horikoshi, the writer of the mangaka of My Hero Academia. I know he was inspired by Oda. I know that, like, as he was growing up, he was a One Piece fan, and he at some point drew Smoker fan art or something. So obviously it goes that way. Did Oda watch any My Hero Academia or read any My Hero Academia? I wonder. Because I wonder, like, if anything in One Piece could possibly have been inspired by My Hero. Because I think that would be very interesting. Now, obviously, the idea of, like, a mad doctor who does experiments or whatever is a very, very common thing, right? Like, that's not a unique idea. But the thing with the doctor in My Hero is he can create, like, he can take quirks and sort of clone them and pass on, like, the copy power of the quirks to someone else with enough studying or whatever, right? So And then he would put some of those in the Nomu. Now the pacifistas are kind of like Nomu, and so the idea of like copying part of a quirk and giving it to the Nomu is very similar to copying part of a devil fruit and giving it to the pacifistas. Now, Oda has been doing that, I believe, for longer than My Hero's been out, right? Like the first instance of the pacifista was back in, why can't I think of it? The Archipelago arc, right? At least as far as I can remember, that was when we first saw it. And that, I believe, would have happened before My Hero was written. So, like, it might have been inspired that way. But then, like, as we're going on, now I wonder if, like, it's possible that Oda would have seen something that happened in My Hero with the Doctor there and used a bit of that to inspire parts of how Vegapunk does things now. I don't know. It's interesting. I know that, like, that's just me thinking on the level of a My Hero fan being like, is it possible that, like, since I thought of this first, that Oda might have, like, even taken just a smidge from it. But my thinking is that we already know there's some sort of connection between Oda and Horikoshi, in that Horikoshi was inspired by Oda, and One Piece has gone on long enough that, like, it existed long before My Hero did, and it still will continue to exist after My Hero's over. So it's interesting that it could have inspired My Hero, and then possibly some of the things could have been inspired by My Hero, you know? But I don't know. I don't know what Oda takes inspiration from. I guess that's something fun to tell me. Like, what has Oda openly said, like, that he seems to take inspiration from? Because there's nothing wrong. Like, some people might get defensive when you think of the idea of, like, Oda having ideas from another series, or Oda having ideas from a series that you might not even like. Like, I know not everyone likes My Hero Academia, and that there are some people who really don't like it. But I, you know, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by other series, and in fact, it makes your series better a lot of the time, you know? Like, I think there's the whole idea of, like, if you take from one thing, you're a plagiarist, right? If you take from two things, you're inspired by it. If you take from three things, then it's a wholly original idea, or something like that. It's something along those lines, where it's like if you take from just something like that, you know, if you're just being like, oh, I'm gonna make solo leveling again, right? Then you're just taking solo leveling's idea. If you're like, oh, my thing's gonna be solo leveling meets One Piece, then you're, you know, taken from a couple different sources. Yeah, you're trying to, you know, you're inspiring yourself by different things to create something, hopefully that's a bit different. But then if you take from three or more things, then at that point, like, taking a little bit from, you're going like, oh, I'm going to take, like, the idea of adventure from One Piece. I'm going to take the sort of way that power systems work from My Hero Academia. I'm going to take sort of like the leveling up aspect, the individual person leveling up aspect from Solo Leveling. I'm going to take the sort of monster design type, like, terrifying vibe from Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm gonna take the humor style from Mob Psycho 100, you know, and you, like, take all these things and you're, like, combining them together, and then you're adding your own flair to it. At that point, you're not really taking, unless you're, like, literally taking the exact designs or the exact things. If you're just, like, inspiring yourself by a bunch of different sources, that's life, baby. That's how that's how our brains work. As we grow up, we are inspired by so many things around us that we are kind of constantly plagiarizing everything we've ever seen. And it will happen for all of time. And One Piece clearly takes a lot of inspiration from different stuff. I mean, it changes genres every arc. So I just wonder specifically what Oda's major inspirations are. I would guess, like, you know, you would have some of the classics, like I imagine, you know, Dragon Ball Z is probably in there somewhere. I imagine probably some Marvel stuff, like a lot of a lot of mangaka tend to be inspired by like Western comic stuff. So I'm sure there's some of that stuff in. I mean, My Hero definitely is. I know Horikoshi's a major Marvel fan, and a Star Wars fan as well. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of yapping. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? Crazy that we're training seraphims. We met York in this episode. It's funny that seemingly her whole thing is she just has to eat, sleep, and poop for the rest of the Vegapunks. Like, her life is just lazing around, which makes sense. Like, the idea of, okay, I'm gonna split myself into a bunch of different people. Like, yeah, you split one of them just to do the essentials because you don't want to have to stop with the others to like go to the bathroom or to eat or whatever. And I get that, man. Like, I know right now I gotta keep recording this video. I have in the back of my mind that I have to have lunch soon, and I don't wanna. I wanna just keep recording these videos, but I need to stop and go and make lunch and have lunch and do all of that, right? And it's annoying. It's annoying to have to do that stuff. So I get it, you know. I get the idea of wanting to just eat, drink, and sleep. I mean, yeah, eat, poop, sleep, drink, as like a separate person doing all of it for you. Makes sense. Anyway, I think we're gonna move on to the next episode. This is episode 1096 of One Piece. Here we go. Okay, recap Rubik's potentially. It probably won't be very long. Alright, well, that's how far I got in the cube. This episode is gonna be called The Civilization 900 years ago. Egghead in the past. Let's say hamburger? Oh, cute. Man who wants to risk his life for archaeology. Oh, careful. Don't give too much information to him. Yep. It sure was. I know, I was there. Oh, man. Everyone being on edge. Okay. Okay. Wow. Well, this is huge. But now you're becoming a technological civilization, but I guess working under the government, so they're fine with it. Is it exciting? Yeah, are you allowed to tell us? Yeah. Oh my god. That's so true. Sanji's like, what the fuck? Why'd you tell us? It's a theory. It's a game theory. Yeah, like, why are you talking to us about this? Interesting. Oh, Robin, she's about to cry, which is on my bingo card. Oh. Man, I love Clover. Look how cool he looks. He had like green hair back then? Wasn't it grey when he was older? It makes sense that he actually looks more like a Clover. Aww. So he's the archaeologist he was talking about. Yeah, there's the grey hair. Jeez. I thought that flashback was going to be way longer, to be honest. I'm glad it wasn't. At least not right now. What the fuck? The fuck is his hair? What's going on? Is that what Vegapunk looks like? Is that what Vegapunk sounds like? I remember them throwing the stuff into the water, and I thought, did anything ever come of that? I remember that. Damn, man. At some point I thought, like, well, I guess it just ended up being for nothing, you know? Like, they were doing it because they didn't realize how serious this was. Like, they didn't realize that it was gonna be for nothing. Oh, man. That scene. Her screaming for Robin to live. Oh. She's crying. Oh, that's a bingo card. Mark. Yeah. Do you have them? Whoa. Does a revolutionary army have them? Did you give them to Dragon? Because, I mean, it doesn't matter if they're caught with them. You know, they've already got a death sentence, you know? Oh my god. Great job, guys. Aw, they're cute. Whoa. Yeah. Jinbei's so cute, man. Oh, right, they both have like a protection mode. No cockpit? Why the subtitles double up? Nope. You just get... Be so insane if you guessed it in one. Yeah, sure it has Robo in it. How could it possibly be a Robo without Robo in it? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? What was that? Is that a person? Yeah. Help me, Quasar. Uh-huh. What the fuck? It's an old man. This is kind of how I imagined Vegapunk looking. Unless, is there another, like, Vegapunk connection, you know? Like, was he split into one more type that we hadn't heard of? It's him. Who is it? He's got an apple on his head. Wait, he's supposed to look like Einstein. And then the apple falling on the head of... Was that Einstein who the apple fell on the head of? No, that was Newton. Newton is a... Okay. What the fuck? This is Vegapunk? Oh, don't tell Luffy that. He's gonna be hovering everywhere. Yeah. Whoa. Fucking, this guy's tongue sticking out the whole time though. I don't love it. Dr. Vegapunk. Man with the best brain in the world. But how? This is just straight up Vegapunk? What? Okay, alright. Before I do this discussion, I just want to remind people, don't tell me what's going on. Because I feel like this could be a situation where people are like, oh yeah, well, like now it's confirmed that Vegapunk is actually this, and then the other Vegapunk things are actually this, right? Like, even if it's implied, it hasn't been explicitly stated and shown in the show, it is part of the mystery. we're supposed, like, it's part of the intended watching thing of you to go like, hang on, what? That's Vegapunk? But I thought these other ones were Vegapunk, you know? So don't explain to me how it works, because that's a spoiler. Like, I'm saying this because, like, because it happens. I mean, people back in Dressrosa would, like, see the smile fruit thing, not the smile fruit, the smiley fruit, like the devil fruit that, like, when Smiley died, the devil fruit appeared as an apple or whatever. And luckily, by the time that episode came out on YouTube, people, like, I had already, like, had it discovered what that scene was in the show, because they explicitly explain it later on. But people did comment a lot on that video saying, like, what happened there is that devil fruit, that Smiley died, and so the devil fruit reappears in the world, and it appeared as one of those fruits or whatever. But, like, 10 episodes later, they explain for the first time that that's how devil fruits work. And it's like, oh yeah, but the show implied it, so it's not a spoiler. Like, it was already, you know, it was already implied in the show, and if you're paying enough attention, you can figure it out. That's not how this works. Don't spoil it for me. Don't tell me when, like, the show's going to explicitly tell me. Otherwise, that's a spoiler. So that's why I'm, like, being extra careful now and saying right now, don't tell me how Vegapunk works yet. I need to find out through the show the way that you found out and the way that everyone else found out. I know you're excited to get the knowledge to me, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, how I thought Vegapunk worked when they said he split himself into several people is he doesn't exist anymore. He split into many people, and then maybe they can all go into a machine, and then it'll go zoom, and like the Fly or something, it'll open up. I haven't seen the Fly. This is how I assume the Fly works from parodies that I've seen over the years. It'll go zoom, and then it opens up, and there's, like, one person again, right? So, like, I thought this Vegapunk, we would have seen this kind of a guy, but only once the other Vegapunks had combined together. But that can't be the case, because the Straw Hats are currently talking with one of the other Vegapunks, right? So they can't have combined together. So are you saying there's also just the regular dude as well as these separate ones? Because the separate ones still seem like they have the intelligence of Vegapunk. Because they're, like, inventing shit, right? So, then, if that's the case, did he just, like... Or maybe... Hang on, he's got, like, the apple, and the apple is, like, raised. Did he take the smart parts of his brain? Like, the major intelligent bits? Because when we saw the flashback... Didn't he have, like, a really huge head, right? And I think the idea is, like, he had a huge brain, which is terrifying and creepy. But, like, maybe that was the idea, right? He had a huge brain. So maybe he literally took that brain, that huge brain, that's, like, this big, and he went, okay, here's my brain. Like, this bit that's remaining in my head, I'll cut off a bit so there's still a bit remaining in my head. That bit's enough for me to live and have the intelligence of a normal person. Or maybe a slightly below average intelligence. The rest of my brain, chop into 5 pieces, and then I'll just place that in these different bodies and create these 5 personalities. And so it's like, okay, here's the part of my brain that is about survival, eating, sleeping, drinking, pooping. I'll put that in York, you know? Here's the part of my brain that's maybe, you know, the morality bit, the thinking, the thinking with my heart, maybe a little bit, like thinking about the repercussions of stuff. Like, I'm gonna put that in Shaka. Okay, here's the part of me that, like, loves collecting data. I'm gonna put that in Pythagoras, you know? Like, you take a bunch of different parts of your brain and put them in that, and then he still has a bit of brain left over, so he can still live and go about his life, because it seemed like he knew how the boots worked, and he explained that, and so he's not, like, brain dead right now. But it's possible that, like, he looks so silly and goofy and stuff because he's had most of his brain taken out. So maybe that's how it works. Anyway, so Ohara, back when Ohara explicitly learned this knowledge. Like, when they first started mentioning Ohara, I was like, oh, this is the kind of thing that Ohara kept secret. Or like Ohara was killed to keep secret. But it seems like, no, this was exactly the thing that Ohara was killed to keep secret. Like, this was the thing, the one major thing. The existence of this technological civilization. Now, they said this is just a theory, so we'll take it all with a grain of salt. But the existence of this technological civilization that went to war with the 20 kingdoms or whatever, and then the 20 kingdoms won the war, wiped them out, and then was like, and also we're gonna wipe the existence of them from the face of the earth so that, I guess, no one else stands up to us, you know? Like, they don't want to know that we were at a war with this big kingdom and that we wiped them out. So instead, we're just gonna pretend they never existed. So insane stuff. And for Vegapunk to be telling us all of that, for Shaka, I mean, to be telling us all of that, is crazy, because I mean, it means he's not like fully 100% government dog, you know, seemingly. It seems like he's at least partially like looking for knowledge, and he was talking to Nico Robin on like a respect level, I feel like, of like, hey, I know that you can relate to me when I'm talking about this island because you're the only survivor from that island. Like, maybe let's chat about the things that they discovered, because I can't really talk to anyone else about this. And the government already knows Nico Robin has too much knowledge, so there's like we're already, you know, like, I think all of the Straw Hats, you know, Usopp was freaking out in this episode because he was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill us if they, if we know about this stuff. But let's face it, Usopp, you're already past that point. You're friends with Nico Robin, you've traveled with her for a while. The government are gonna say, hey, motherfucker, Nico Robin probably told you everything, and so we need to kill you. Even though Nico Robin hasn't told us everything, because that's not her deal. She keeps a lot of stuff close to her chest, partially because Luffy tells her to. Like, Luffy, earlier this arc, Nico Robin was like, hey, so a lot of stuff happened while we're in Wano. What do you want to know? And Luffy's like, I don't know, just tell me the important stuff when it becomes relevant. And she's like, all right. So, like, Nico Robin knows, I mean, that's obviously based on world event stuff, but like, but I think that's kind of their policy about all information, is like, Nico Robin only spills the stuff that's like needed for us to know. Otherwise, you know, otherwise she keeps her mouth shut. So so it's funny, like, we don't know some of the secrets that could possibly get us killed. Like, she could probably teach us to read poneglyphs with enough time, I'd imagine. Like, I don't think reading poneglyphs is a power. I think reading poneglyphs is just a language. So I wonder if, like, Nico Robin spent enough time, she could, like, teach... I'm thinking who she would teach. Like, I'm thinking Chopper and Frankie, maybe? Like, they seem like they're the one. Like, Frankie would be good to teach, I feel like, because maybe he could eventually invent like a translator type thing. And he's, you know, he's a smart man. He'd be able to take it in. And Chopper is just, I feel like Chopper's good at studying, and also Nico Robin, I feel like, has a rapport with both Chopper and Frankie that's like, that would make sense with that, right? Like, people say that Robin and Frankie act like a married couple, and that Robin and Chopper are like brother-sister, right? Or mother-son, you know, like, whatever it is, it's a very cute relationship. So, yeah, because of that, I can see her, like, maybe at some point teaching them that stuff. Because, I mean, right now, if Nico Robin dies, we're in deep shit. But I feel like that's always the case, so, you know. And I feel like Luffy doesn't think about it like that. Like, Luffy doesn't think about, like, well, if we need to make sure to make some arrangements in case Robin dies. He doesn't think about it like that, because I think he's like, Robin's not gonna die. Like, if Robin dies, everything's fucked anyway. I'm not gonna let that happen. So so he doesn't make backup plans, because like, he hasn't got a backup plan for if he doesn't become king of the pirates. He's gonna become king of the pirates, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, anyway, speaking of Robin, let's update our bingo card. Okay, I mean, this is kind of insane so far, because, I mean, look, I'm updating it now. So, we've got... all 3 of the ones we got so far are on the left side. And the 2 that are remaining are not super difficult. I think we got really lucky, because if, like, you had, like, New Awakened Zoan or Will of D Major Law in those slots, like, I'd not feel that confident. But, like, what if we just get a bingo without anything else happening? Without anything else. By the way, I haven't paid super, like, a crazy close attention to the Bechdel test stuff. So, as I said, like, let me know in the comments if there's something I need to assess for a Bechdel test scene to see if that's already been passed. Because it very well may have been passed already. I can't think of any major scenes right now that definitely would have passed the Bechdel test, but it's possible. Anyway. So yeah, all we need is Buggy's crew to make a major move and Sanji to cook, which isn't that difficult, man. Well, actually it is. This genuinely may never happen in this arc because now we've figured out there's food machines here. So this may have locked me out of this line, because with food machines here, why would Sanji need to cook? You know? So I really think genuinely this may be locked out. Which means, I don't know, my best chance is, I guess, this line? Because I think the Bechdel test will be passed at some point. Devil Fruit but stronger, possibly. New character with D is decently likely, I feel like. So yeah. Interesting. It's also funny, like, I could have argued, like, Straw Hats fight for real. I could have made the argument, like, well, the Straw Hats in this fought Jinbei, in that they fought the Seraphim. You could make that argument. I don't think I'm gonna make that argument right now, but that's something to talk about. Luffy, I don't think got stuck this episode. Where is it? It's kind of in front of my mic. There we go. Luffy, I don't think got stuck this episode, but Vegapunk did, and Luffy helped him out, you know? So we got close there. But yeah, anyway. We're looking alright on the bingo card so far. But yeah, anyway. What a cool episode. We're getting some great lore. I'm really intrigued. I'm having so much fun with this arc. It's so great. Alright, what we're gonna do now is watch a music video. We'll watch a music video. So last time was it was a song I liked last time, I think, right? Yeah, it was the Bonnie song. The Bonnie song was one of the best songs we've heard so far. And now we're going to be listening to a Tashigi song, which I'm excited for. I'm even more excited for next video where we listen to another Straw Hat song called One World. I'm really excited about that one. We're coming closer to the end of this playlist. And I know there's a lot more One Piece songs out there, and I'll consider doing more after I've gone through all of these, but let's not think about that right now. Like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But for now, let's listen to this Tashigi song called Blue Sky? What's it called? Hang on. It's called Megane Goshi no Blue Sky. Blue Sky Through Glasses. There you go, there you go. Blue Sky Through Glasses, here we go. Whoa. Yes, like Ida from My Hero. I love Tashigi's voice. This is a cool song. I like when they're just like rhyming the English words at the end of the sentence. Oh! Oh, another great chorus. There we go. They're hitting with the choruses again. I mean, I think it's just a coincidence what order we're watching them in. I don't think they created the songs in this order. But the Bonnie one and this one both have great choruses. I'm really vibing with this song. Oh yeah. I love how they, like, it's funny how they name drop so many Japanese places. Oh, yeah. Love me a good guitar solo. Oh, look at that picture of Tashigi. Oh, I thought we were going to go right into the chorus again. Yeah, baby. I would have liked if this chorus was one of the ones where they strip back all the instruments and then they add them all back in. I love that technique in songs. Hell yeah. Great stuff. Great song. Great song, honestly. I really enjoyed it. I have no complaints about that song at all. I loved that. It was a great chorus. Really, really catchy. Yeah, the only thing that I would have wanted, but this wouldn't have necessarily made the song better. I just like it. It's just a personal preference. I like when, after you've done the bridge, you do the chorus, but you do the chorus with like almost, you strip back all the instruments, and then you do the blue sky, ba-ba-da, but it's like mostly just her voice. And then the next time she goes blue sky, you bring all the instruments back in. To me, that's always very satisfying. I know it's like done a lot, so it's probably overdone, but it really works for me. It really hits on basically every song I've ever heard it in. Anyway, awesome stuff. That is One Piece episodes 1093 to 1096. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full length, early access, and exclusive videos. Next 3 weeks of content in full length on there right now. You can also join my YouTube membership to get 1 week early on edited videos. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.